Well, hello, everybody. We're in the Davis Bayou down here in Mississippi, and this is our second week. You're going to find out that there were a few challenges this week. And this is me fixing a tire that went flat. I had to go get a new inner tube and turn it before I could do anything else. And we also did some other nice things like, hey, played backgammon with the set that Mike and Debbie gave us. By the way, I beat Gus. So, you might like to see what the bayou looks like. This is a good picture of it. And we've got a couple things from the bayou as we go through this little slideshow. They have these nice little descriptions of the different types of birds you see. As we walked around, we saw a few of them, not all as many as like. And they had this really cool nature trail that went through the middle, and you saw all kinds of different vegetation and stuff that you normally wouldn't see in OHIO. Speaking of which, there's Terry with her Ohio State sweatshirt on, posing down the path. Then we have this little thing, it's called the alligator pond. And we were trying, no, that isn't the alligator pond. This is just more of the trail, more descriptions. Excuse me. So, walking, pitter-patter, 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 pitter-patter. Now, here comes the little sign that describes the alligator pond. And Tom wanted to stop and try to see if he could see an alligator. So we got there and he looked, and he looked, and he looked. And as you can tell, I didn't find a picture of one, so therefore I didn't find one. We moved on from the Davis Bayou, decided we were going to go all the way through Louisiana, so this is just a sign of saying, hey, you're in Louisiana. So the next sign is, we have arrived in Texas. Yay for Texas. Now, we always have to let people know that we're here. So Gus is always our welcoming person. He is going around that little rest area and trying to make sure everybody knows that Gus has arrived in Texas. We stayed overnight at a Cracker Barrel, and a very nice Cracker Barrel, and we got up the next morning and we headed on into San Antonio to the Hemisphere Park and the Tower of the Americas. They have a really nice park there. It's attached to the Riverwalk. And as you can see, this is me posing there while I'm just looking at things. So after that, we went on to the Riverwalk. And the Riverwalk is just outstanding. There's Terry doing a nice pose. And we moved on. And I don't know, for some reason I took this picture of a really random statue. I looked like a monk. Actually, I thought it was Martin Luther, but hey, he wasn't Catholic. Then we walked around and we found this place that we'd seen before when we came with the band. This is Aronson Amphitheater, outdoor theater. It's really kind of cool. As you can see, they have this grassy seating area. And when things are going well, you can, hear a really nice concert. When we were there before, there wasn't a lot of music going on. Now, Terry insisted I take a picture of these bulls that were part of the Riverwalk. And I said, those don't look like bulls. They're actually stairs. Then we moved on. We got a little margarita on the Riverwalk. Decided we were going to have a really good time and just relax a little bit. A couple guys came around, so I paid for them to give us some upbeat mariachi-style music with the trumpet player and the singing, and it was really cool. Then, after the Riverwalk, we moved on to the Alamo, which I guess you have to do when you are in San Antonio. This is me outside the Alamo. This is a little area inside the Alamo where the choir performed, our advanced choir, last time we were there. And that was a pretty neat experience when it happened. This is just random Texas vegetation. Then we saw this soldier on a horse, and I looked at it a little bit closer. I said, that looks awfully familiar. So then I got closer and I read the plaque, and it says, Theodore Roosevelt. And I said, oh, I've seen that before. Night at the museum with Robin Williams, the exact same pose. Oh, by the way, the temperature there was 73 degrees. It was the first of our 2 perfect days for this entire trip. We will talk about the other ones. Then the next day we went to the mission trails, decided to ride our bikes, go around and see a few little cool things. And hey, there we are with our helmets on and the RV in the back, just staring at the camera, doing a selfie. As we were going down this park, there was this neat outdoor pavilion. Really, the picture doesn't do it justice, but it's just really cool with all kinds of neat pottery hanging from it. Then we moved on to one of the missions. There's Terry posing by one of the smaller missions. Then we'll probably get a picture eventually. Oh, I'm afraid it's going to be a picture of just us in front of the little mission. Then we go on inside this little mission, and you can see Terry's checking it out. It's very cute. It's very small. We were the only people there, which we were very happy. Didn't have to associate with people. And here's a close-up of the altar for that particular mission. As we went on, this is an outside area of the mission where these are all working churches still, even though they're, these ancient missions. We moved on to another one that was farther down the mission trail, probably rode about 4 miles or so to get there. This is the outdoor gathering area that they've created. And then our last mission, as you can see, I'm still there, at least my helmet is. I really thought this was the coolest of all. So here's the interior of that mission. And that's one picture. And then you're going to see on this next slide, there's going to be a little bit of sound background that goes with it. We were going back on the trail. There was this metallic statue, and we don't quite catch the colors as well as I wish we could. When we got back, of course, I had to adjust the brakes on the bike, and that's just the way things go. Then disaster happened, and this will be familiar. That is a big cavity in my wisdom tooth. So we had to go find a campground to spend a couple of days because Tom was going to have some tooth work done. Gus is happy, Terry's happy, Tom's miserable. And then here's just another picture of it. If you look to the left, you can see there's a group campfire area. We didn't really have a group campfire while we were there. It got a little rainy. And here's just one more picture of the area. You can see the group campfire with the chairs in the back there. Then we have a picture of, if you look really carefully, you can see the camper there in the background. And this is over by the creek bed that we have with these really cool, Texas-y type of things. Now, this is the only campfire I got to make for the entire trip. This was at Davis Bayou. Well, we've made it to the end of the second week. Tom's had 2 teeth pulled, and I'm recovering still. I almost don't look like a chipmunk anymore. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you on the other side.